Good morning, my name is Susan and this is my channel Seaside Stitches. I live on the northwest coast of Lancashire in the UK and it's lovely to be with you, and I just wanted to say hi and thank you so much for anyone who has liked, viewed, commented, subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it, and you've just been awesome all year, all the 3 years. I passed my 3rd year anniversary of vlogging in October and it's just been awesome, and I've reached 1,000 subscribers. I couldn't say that word then. I know in the past I've said survivors, and yes, you are the survivors of my channel, so thank you for being here. And I'm just doing a quick catch up. It is the last day of December 2023 and just a very late Friday sews. We've been away with our family in the border of Buckinghamshire and Bedfordshire, and so down south, and we've had such a lovely time with the children. And there was one day we were all on screens. That was just so funny. One was playing the Switch, one was doing Minecraft on the big TV. Our son and daughter-in-law were each on their laptops or Mac Airbooks or what they are. And Alan had taken our laptop and his drawing pad, so he was doing, so I don't know what you really call that, I'm not techno, but he was doing that and I was on my iPad watching someone's Vlogmas. So we couldn't say, you've had enough screens boys, because we were all on them. So anyway, I just wanted to do a really quick catch up about 23. I'm not doing a review, I'm just doing a hi, we've got to the end of 23. Okay, I've just raised the camera a little bit. I hope I'm not whited out now, but I hadn't realised that I hadn't plugged in the ring light. So anyway, I hope you've all had a good year. I mean, Christmas is difficult for some people. It's not always a pleasant thing, is it, Christmas? We can't just be assuming that everyone's had a wonderful time, and now we don't know, do we? So if Christmas has been difficult for you, I send love to you, and I just hope that things get better over time. And for those of you who have been celebrating Christmas, or those of you who have not celebrated Christmas, hi. Okay. Now I've lost my thread, you see. I get up and sort the camera out and now I've got to rethink. So what I wanted to say was, I didn't wear this, which did get finished. I did sort out the neck, I did sort out this riding up issue that I had. When I wear something under it, it rode up. I didn't spend a few evenings. I spent, I don't know, half an hour just tacking it down in the proper places where you're supposed to. And I didn't wear it over the top of the red. Oh yes, I did. We drove down with me wearing this, and yeah, I had just had that red silky top underneath and it didn't come creeping up. It was fine. So, and I really love it. I love the fit of it. I love the swing of it. And I just wore it another day while we were there, not a special day. For Christmas Day, I wore this, which is my Pattern Emporium beautifully bonkers fabric from Fleur Eteur and Pattern Emporium Take the Chance dress, and it was great. And I have a cardigan that I wore at our David and Amy's wedding, which must have been 2011, and it is a kind of a very bright emerald green, and it teamed really nicely with that, and I hardly ever get to wear it. It's a lovely little cropped one with a bit of a frill on it, and yes, so that was nice for Christmas Day. So easy and not at all tight on the tummy area, as you can see. So yeah, that was nice. And otherwise, I haven't sewn since probably the last time I spoke to you. And oh no, I did put out a video on the sidekick bag that I made right at the end of, just before we set off really, and I'm so pleased that he liked it, and that Amy was like, oh, that's cute, it's like a little library, because it was with, anyway, it doesn't matter. But that video starts a bit ropily. I'm just kind of like blah 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 and if you do pick it up and have a look at it, I'm sure you'll understand that it was just about showing some of the processes of making a Bianni bag, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on in the future. Balancing my catching up with things that I haven't been finishing, garment sewing as usual, doing my bag sewing as usual, but splitting them a little bit when I'm doing a video, and fabric that I don't, as you know, if you're with me a long time, I don't do fabric hauls. Yes, so my main objective for this year, and I think I've put it away, inspired by the vlog from one of the vlogs from Teresa at Lost My Thread, I decided to go wholeheartedly into the cashmerette journey. And because I'm not I'm not big busted, but I'm low busted, and I wanted to get the fit right over my bust on the right cup sizes, and the way they do it from the high bust the high bust measurement, my high bust measurement, I'm very shallow here, but the vastness of the difference between my high and low bust and full bust does not put me into a big cup size. But if you do it properly, I mean, I know bra size is not the same, but I'm not even going into that. So my journey, my hope for the journey is to go through this bit by bit, stage by stage. I already made the top, I've put sleeves in it, and I've got a good fit up here. That's my main concern. If I get the bust right down here, I've got slight, even with this, and I pulled this up and did all sorts with it. I'm very pleased with it. I love it. I didn't expect to get anything better than this as a fit. But I'm very shallow. I kind of hollow out here. And the fit that I've got from the little jersey top that I've made is really good. There are some tweaks I'm going to make to maybe use. Anyway, I don't need to go into anything with you. All I'm doing is my journey in 2024 is going to involve this pattern in some way, shape or form. Apparently, with all the conglomerations of it, all the possible, whatever they say, it's mix and match for 400 plus garments, because you can change the sleeves, you can change the top, you can change the neckline, you can change the skirts. It's all that kind of stuff, but I'm not interested in how many options it gives me. I'm interested in getting the basic bodice fit right, and I can transfer that fit to other patterns, and that's my hope. So that's how I want to go on moving forward. I'm not saying this is going to be my pattern for the year and that's all I'm making. That's not what I'm saying, and I'm not saying I'm going to make everything on it. I just want the bodice fit from it, and that would give me confidence to look at their woven patterns, because obviously I'm working with knit there, so I've got some ease. So anyway, that's a long blah blah. And what else was I going to say? Oh yes, I want to thank everyone who did Vlogmas. I watched several of you. My heart goes out to you because I know how much work it is, and I was really appreciative that you'd done it. I'm still pleased I didn't do it. I broke my own rule to myself that I wasn't going to do it. I did Vlogmas Day 1 and I did Vlogmas Day 2, which was only dressing the tree, and there was 4.5 hours that I had to trim down into a bit of a pun there, trimming the tree. Anyway, there was 4.5 hours of actual videoing for that I had to condense, and it was taking my time away from finishing the sidekick for my grandson, and I have to keep that balance in mind. I love to vlog, I love to speak to you. There's only one person I speak to when I'm vlogging, and it's you. So that might sound corny, but I don't kind of imagine like a theatre full of people all sat there glued to their seats waiting for what Susan says next. I'm just speaking to you. And oh no, I've lost my thread again. Oh, that's talking about Tracer and Lost My Thread. I do love her channel. She has been vlogging for quite a while, and we don't wear the same clothes, we're not the same size, we're not the same height, we're not got the same lifestyle, but I just have a lot of I don't know, there's something about, I feel like getting to know her has been a good thing for me, and it's been a good thing for my journey. And that I could say that about 7 others and more, but I don't really want to be pointing out different people, because when you mention one person you leave out how many others. So anyway, yeah, so that's my hope for my journey going forward, is to get a good fit, to keep track of what I start so that I can finish it, to I was saying that I was really pleased with how many people, so I distracted myself by talking about Vlogmas. What I really wanted to talk about was Quiltmas, the 12 days of Quiltmas. I had never seen that last year. I believe it started last year, I'm not quite sure. But they did it last year, I know, and they did it this year. And Adam from Adam Sews shared his, and that made me look further on. So what happens is 12 vloggers agree to pass on a fat quarter to each of the other 11. And because you're getting stuff that, and each of those 12, you don't need to know. Each of those 12 vloggers pass on a fat quarter to someone else. So eventually you're going to end up with your own fat quarter and 11 others, aren't you? And that's what happens to everyone. And then they all, I'm going to say, commit. They commit to making a quilt, a quilted item of some sort. So it can be a table runner, it can be a full quilt. They can add yardage to it. They can do what they want to it. They can make a bag with it. They can do anything. But it's basically, the idea is that they patchwork and then they quilt, and they use all these fabrics that weren't bought together as a set, and see how they can manage with those fabrics that they haven't chosen. And the results are stunning, and everybody's work was stunning. And the big thing about this is each person gives away the thing that they made. So there is a competition, if you like, but people sign up for which one they, well, I think any or all. They go in a draw for each one, but you have to go through an application process. But that it was well over when I saw these vlogs, so I wasn't into doing that. But each one gives their work away, so you can have a full bed quilt that has got borders on it, it's got backing on it, it's got binding on it, it's been quilted on a long arm, and they're giving it to someone for free. I mean, their work was enormous, you know, and their gift was enormous. Their gift of their time while they told us about it. Not everyone did kind of a sew along with it. It was only kind of about a half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour explanation of what they were doing. And I just got a lot of buzz back for my patchworking, which I do like to do, but only on a very small level. I've ever done it before. So that led me to look at last year's Quiltmasses, and again, the inspiration and that present, the block, one of the blocks that Adam did on his, he uses a present where it creates like a parcel with ribbon and a tie on the top. And I had this deja vu thing, like I've seen that before, and I couldn't think where, but it turned up in last year's. So it's a little bit different, the one that Adam's done, but the basic idea of it being a present that you can then use, just use that one block for a table, for a placemat or something or anything. And it just got my juices flowing on putting together some patchwork again. So that is what my 2024 sewing wise hopefully will look like, that I'm doing a little bit of patchwork. I don't mean hand sewing, I mean machine patchwork, quilting, whatever, and only quilting on a domestic machine, obviously. I'm not going to go long arming. Yes, so I've got excitement for the new year, sewing wise and vlogging wise, because I can't plan and I can't promise vlogs of a certain type or vlogs of a certain length or vlogs on a certain topic, because that's not how my lifestyle is and my mind works and my emotions are and my fitness. So, but what I did think was I would do some vlogs that are more specifically about bags, possibly more about bionic bags than other bags, but bags, garments and bits and bobs that are normal everyday sewing, and some patchwork or quilting. And that's what I feel like I want to do. And some vlogs as normal for me won't necessarily have me introducing them or talking or visible on screen. But if that's not okay for you, you've got plenty of others to watch, haven't you, that would be doing that. So just here and there, if I'm not up to being on camera or my concentration level is just about, look, this is what I'm doing or this is what I'm doing, then they are the vlogs that I will release. So I just again want to thank you all for watching any of my videos, and some of you have gone back and watched others, and some I've got new subscribers again. I think I said at the beginning I've got over 1,000 now, because they slip backwards and forwards. The YouTube, I don't know, the algorithm or whatever. I think Helen at Stitch Rip Repeat was saying this. She was nearing some kind of milestone, and she said she wasn't doing a giveaway yet because sometimes she'll look and she'll find she's not subscribed to someone's channel that she knows she's not unsubscribed from. It's a funny word, that. And I find the same, and I notice occasionally like my figures go up and then they go down by 2. Well, that's someone who's changed their mind, isn't it? They've watched another one and thought, nah, I'm not sticking with her. That's fine. But I didn't want to do 1,000 subscriber giveaway or market in some way if they're just going to keep dropping down. So they haven't done. But I think I'm going to make that about the 1,200 should I get there. As I've said before on my channel, I love it if you subscribe. But I also, the main thing for me is that you watch and that you there are watching. Thank you. And also that I love, if you like it, obviously it helps it stay, it gets passed around into other people's feeds more from YouTube. And if I get a comment, that's great, because I can interact with you and I can get to know who you are a little bit more. So thanks ever so much for everything that you have watched, commented, liked, subscribed, just popped in on and gone there, or watched and then whizzed to the end. Anything where I've popped up either. Anyway, so I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. And also thank you, Jen in Jen's Sewing Room, because I know a lot of us just go, and we just want to thank Jen in Jen's Sewing Room from today in Jen's Sewing Room, who set up this hashtag, and it gets lost. You know, Jen, you did an amazing job doing this, and I am really grateful, and as a viewer I'm grateful, because I can just put in that hashtag, I can find people I've never met before, and I can watch and I can check and I can get inspiration, and that's one more inspiration I got. So from the rabbit hole of looking back at Quiltmas and through quilting, I got back into watching Missouri Star Quilts, which I love, and I was so surprised. I hadn't seen it for so long. That Natalie's hair is really long, and you won't know what I'm talking about if you've never watched it. And I watched some Donna Jordan at Jordan Fabrics, which is where I got my basic skills for sewing strips together. So that was lovely to do as well. But when I was watching one of Jenny Doan on Missouri Star Quilts, she was talking about a pattern, a disappearing something or other. It doesn't really matter. Disappearing whatever. Because there's lots of disappearing 9 patches, disappearing squares, disappearing square in a square, I think it was. But she mentioned another channel, and that's what I love. I love being on someone's channel. They mention one and then you can go and have a look. And so that was Brita, Brita. Can't remember the name of it now, channel, but I'll write that down. But she does really lovely, very clear, succinct. This is what happens if you cut a 12-inch square this way or that way. Make this, then cut it again, then cut it again. And I just find that fascinating and soothing. And I don't want to run up and get all my fat quarters. And, well, to be honest, I think it was after that I just did this, back in a mo. Someone was talking on YouTube about if you are addicted to sewing, you're addicted to fabric. Now I checked that out with myself. What I am addicted to is colour. I absolutely love colour. I talk about it lots and lots on my channel. And so what we are doing this week and next is a really big declutter. Now, I say this a lot, but house-wide declutter and a shift around of things. And so that's another thing I need to keep on top of, how we like our house. We need to keep on top of how we like our house. But just for a few moments, I came up and I thought, I'll just see about I'll just have a look through my folded fat quarters. Now I do have a stack of fat quarters that I bought in the lead up to last year's, and I'm talking 2002, gift to November, because I knew it was coming and I decided I would look out what fat quarters, so Aldi fat quarters if they were on offer, offers at Hobbycraft, and I built up quite a nice stash of fat quarters. I washed them, I trimmed them on one of my Vlogmas 22s, and then I stacked them together in sets, and I parked them in a drawer. Well, I parked them in a drawer over there, and then I moved them to a drawer over there. But I didn't do anything with them for this Christmas. These are not they. These are the ones that I've had behind me up here for a while, and that I've added to over time. And some have ended up at, some are half meters, some are quarter meters, some are fat quarters. But I just love putting them together. And I don't need to do any more than that to feel a surge of pleasure. So how weird am I? But that just gave me a sense of functional kind of tidying up, but the joy of seeing the fabrics that I like put together. And I made nothing, but that really made me quite buoyant to go down for the next phase of rooting about, sorting things. I know I've got a bit of enthusiastic. My video is probably 28 minutes long, if I even press record. And I just want to wish you all the best for the coming new year. We've seen a lot of heartache and hardship across the world in 2023. I'm not saying everything will change tomorrow because it's 2024. It won't. But we need to work out how we can stay strong and mentally well to cope with different issues as they impact on us throughout the year. And always, really, don't we? But so just for now, thank you again for watching, and I will see you soon. I'll see you in the new year, but I don't know when that'll be. There is a video ready to come out on Tuesday morning. That is about the fabrics that I bought from Southport and beyond in a local foraging of quilting fabrics for bag making. I promised it about 3 months ago. I finally got round to editing it, and it is queued to come out on Tuesday morning. It's just a short video, but again, it's brightness, it's colour, and that's what reminded me to remind you. Okay, lots of love to you. Susan signing off. Seaside Stitches. Bye for now. Bye. This dress is S8875.